I thought I'd begin at the beginning by saying good morning, everybody. You're watching the Joe Franklin Show. That's me. We are now in our 35th year. And the Iron Man, that's me, is not getting rusty yet. I got to tell you, that's not an original phrase. I was reading where Lou Gehrig, when he was in baseball, he was known as the Iron Man, and he once made the remark that he's getting a little bit rusty. So I thought I'd borrow that phrase. We are with you Monday through Friday, Sunday nights, the best of the Joe Franklin Show. I want to mention, everybody's asking me, are we going to do a best on the recent show with George Plimpton and with Professor Irwin Corey, the world's foremost authority? The answer is yes, one Sunday night soon. Again, we want to thank Larry Adler and Elliot Gould for a couple of blockbuster nights. Today we're going to find Paradise. That's her name, and she is very glamorous. We are going to do a segment today with The Works. They're hot, The Works. We're going to tell you that they are working steadily. We're going to bring back today Mr. Francis Heilbutt. Coming up, we've got Francis Heilbutt. We've got Return to Paradise with Paradise. As for Mr. Katz, he is the world's speediest painter, whether it's paintings or buttons, and let me tell you, he gets a pretty hefty price. Every time he leaves one behind, I put it in my pocket fast and run home. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you The Works. I don't have to give you any reason to work up any excuse for having The Works here. They are here because of your popular demand. They are very, very popular with our fans, and I would say that The Works represent rock and roll harmony at its peak. I'd love to ask Danny Schnatter, who is the leader of The Works, how the group got together, how long you boys have been together, and things like that.
Well, we've been together as a band over 2 years. Right. We're kind of a compilation of other bands from the New York area. We got together, and we wanted to do the music that we like doing, and so we formed the band, The Works, and we give people the works.
Love to know how you divide the duties, who does the arranging, who does the songwriting, and maybe you might introduce the gentlemen one by one, Danny. Starting with?
This is Billy Bones, we call him.
Billy Bones. Billy,
Right.
do you feel that The Works as a group has what you would call a target audience?
Yes, definitely.
What age, roughly?
It covers a wide variety of ages. The music's very listenable. I mean, it's not just hard rock, or we cover like a wide range, from ballads to rock and roll to dance rock. There's a lot of different categories.
Every age.
Every age.
The rage of the age, right?
The rage of the age.
Next, Danny, we have?
Next, we have Ken Walden. He's our guitarist. And,
Ken,
sings
which
some backup harmonies also.
Backup harmony. Which radio stations can which radio formats program your kind of music and do enough?
Well, myself, I listen to everything. I try to get as much as possible.
Right.
I listen to anything from WJZ, the jazz stations, through NEW, LAR. Because again, we are a compilation of everything.
Right.
All kinds of different music, and by listening to other things, you can kind of get a general gist of what everybody's listening to in your area.
That word, compilation. Next,
Yeah.
Mr. Schnatter, we have?
We have Jeff Perrette. He's our bass player.
Jeff, a little more on how you gentlemen divide the duties. Who does what around here?
Danny is basically in charge of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
I tend to work with Billy on drums a lot more, try to keep the rhythms nice and tight, while Kenny can kind of go off and do some more of the melody type stuff with Danny.
I'll say it one more time while you get into the spotlight, gentlemen,
Yes.
and get ready to give us a sample. I say this very emphatically by popular demand of you, the fans. Get over there because I want to see this act in poison, in the flesh, as Jimmy Durante would say, in the flesh. Ladies and gentlemen, and we have gotten what you would call tremendous amount of mail asking for The Works, and I'll say it again, I don't have to work up any excuse. They are of the moment. I give you in person The Works. Enjoy.
But my Out in the night, it may be wrong, but it feels so right. What is it that I do? I can never run. 'Cause I'm still in love. I'm still in love. I'm still in the girl I never knew. Yeah.
I was wondering, Francis, about the Works, 4 men all alone. Don't you think they'd get lonely for a female addition in the group there, for at least one lady?
Well, that would make it a quintet, wouldn't it?
You know that I pointed out to you sometimes that the money generated by rock and roll is bigger than the following combined: sports, movies, television, and radio. What does that point out? It must point out something, right?
Well, if I were interested in money, then I would say that I should change my profession.
Ah, it's good business, rock and roll business.